All right. So speaking of Marvel, because really, let's be honest, this was their Comic-Con. This was Marvel's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot.
We had more news about the upcoming animated series Spider-Man Freshman Year. That's right. So there was a little bit of confusion over the show and its relationship to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because originally it was pitched as this is what happens before Spider-Man Homecoming. But then we got some more news about it, and we were just, and it left us like, is this connected to the MCU? So it's going to have Peter Parker in high school and they announced the villains will include Chameleon, Rhino, Unicorn, Scorpion, and here was one thing to make you be, wait, is this not in the MCU? Dr. Octopus. Yes. And they also announced that Doctor Strange will appear in the show. And also Daredevil. That's right. He's everywhere now. Daredevil will appear in the show, voiced by Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil in No Way Home and the Netflix show. Yeah. They also announced there's going to be a second season. And Peter, in the show, Peter's best friend will be a girl named Nico Minoru, who is from the Marvel group Runaways, which I actually watched the first episode of the Runaways show that they had. I think I saw it on Disney Plus. I think it was on Hulu. It was pretty good. I did read the original comic, the first issue that I got for free. Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah.
And they said like the designs will be inspired by both Steve Ditko and Alex Toth, who did the designs for like the action-y Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Johnny Quest and Space Ghost. So there's that. And I don't know if this came out after Comic-Con, but we got some even more news about, wait, Dr. Octopus, but how can that be? How can that be? So we got some more news, and this is what happened. This is how they pitched the show. Essentially, it will start with, remember the scene in Civil War where we're first introduced to Spider-Man? He got the DVD player, and he goes into the apartment. It's going to start like that, but instead, in this universe, instead of Tony Stark being there, it will be Norman Osborn. Which is just like, okay. So they officially confirmed it's not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. To which I said, yes! 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 Because, look, I'm a Marvel fan. I am beyond burned out of everything being connected to the MCU. So, look, I do wish it had less MCU influence. Like, there's clearly going to be some influence in the show, but let's be honest, MCU Spider-Man, there's some baggage. By saying this separately, they just removed all the baggage. It's now a fresh start, and I am so excited for it, even more so than when it was first announced. Like, when it was first announced, I was like, all right, I guess I'll give it a shot. But now it's a clean slate. It's not the MCU Spider-Man. I am all for it. And in a way, it looks, the way they described it, yes, there's that logo.
That's all we got.
Honestly, it looks more like the Into the Spider-Verse logo than
I thought that too.
Homecoming logo.
I thought that too, and honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense for a Into the Spider-Verse. Like was it another announcement? And then I read into it.
So so the way they're describing it is basically like it's a do-over, and we're doing Spider-Man the way we should have done the first times, but it looks awesome. I am always up for another Spider-Man cartoon, and the way they described it, I'm so looking forward to, especially. And another thing is that, like, we have Doc Ock, Norman Osborn. We're obviously going to have Green Goblin. It's already been greenlit for a second season. I mean, this is my second most anticipated thing from Marvel, so the one thing I'm not a fan of is he has like a homemade suit, and it sounds like later on, either middle of the season or end of the season, he'll get the regular Spider-Man looking costume. But whatever, it sounds awesome. So hopefully this and X-Men will be far more of an improvement over what that awful What If show was. But I'm looking forward to it. So what do you think about the Spider-Man freshman year cartoon and how it will be kind of influenced, but it will be separate from the MCU?
Yeah. I mean, this is probably, this has got to be my most excited thing coming from Marvel. I mean, like, I kind of had all my eggs into the Spider-Verse basket because I loved that movie so much. I'm looking forward to the sequel. I wanted more and more of that as kind of my favorite Spider-Man thing going on right now. Obviously, No Way Home is great, and so there's some like understanding how to do the character pretty well. But like this, my only thing is just like it being a ways out and not knowing. I learned quite a bit more about the details of it just from you explaining it there. So I I don't know what to expect. Like once I see more of like the animation style, because I'm shallow. And
you can probably Google the animation style because there are some images. I forgot to bring that up, but the animation, the designs do look very cool and retro-y and 60s, and they do remind me a little bit of like if you combine the 60s cartoon with Spider-Man Unlimited.
I think I didn't think these were real. So is this? I found this. Is this legit?
Yeah, those are the designs.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, that's cool. I feel like this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be really refreshing, and I just like I do want more than just the MCU flavor.
Yeah.
It's enough of this taste. Like this isn't the one way to do the characters. So I'm very excited.